What is going on, everybody? What is going on? The catch. Fam, I hope everyone's doing phenomenal tonight. I hope you guys had a great 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to each and every single one of you. I know you guys have been sitting around all day today waiting for me to draft a fantasy football team on this splendid holiday. So, a little late, but I'm here nonetheless. And we've got some new tournaments on Underdog Fantasy that we can get into tonight. I know it probably doesn't look perfect on the screen for you guys, but we've got the Pitbull $20 entry, 10 entry max, 100K to first, and we've got the Chihuahua 3 loading up here, 71.6% fill rate already. And we've got a 15-second or a 30-second clock. So for those of you guys out there who do want to draft with me tonight, I'm hopping into the 30-second lobby on the Chihuahua 3. Nice little $4 entry. And we're going to draft a fantasy football team in honor of America tonight. So happy holidays to you guys. Happy 4th of July. Hope everyone was able to celebrate safely, watch some fireworks, eat some food, all that good stuff. There's 6 spots open. So I expected tonight's lobby to potentially be a little bit slower because it is a holiday and it's late. But Chihuahua 3, 30-second clock. Hop on in there. And I do think this will get filled. I don't know. Maybe it'll take a couple minutes. Maybe it won't. Nonetheless, I was thinking of drafting a team like only red, white, and blue jerseys, but I don't know. We'll see how it shapes out. Maybe if it makes sense, I'll do something stupid like that. Maybe not. All right, so still 6 spots on the board here. 5 spots now. I don't think any other. I feel like in terms of drafts that will fill the quickest, this is still going to be the one that fills the quickest. So we'll see. Okay. I didn't want to talk about the Dak Prescott situation. We've got Dak Prescott in a walking boot. Panic time. Very minor foot sprain is the report we've got out on our boy Dak, who I do have a decent amount of shares of, but not a ton. I mean, I've been drafting him a lot in our PPR mock drafts. Like I like Dak at this point in the offseason. Let me see my exposure so far in Underdog. Yeah, no, I mean, he's 20% drafted. So Baker Mayfield and Kirk Cousins are my most drafted quarterbacks in Underdog right now. And usually your later round guys are going to be who you have the most exposure to, in my opinion, regardless of position. But then the next tier here, for me, 20% drafted, Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Tua, and CJ Stroud. So yeah, I'm not surprised to see that. So am I like overly worried about a minor foot sprain for Dak Prescott? I would say no. At this point in the offseason, I don't think so. But we'll see if this turns into something. I mean, it gives us something to panic about. Plus, like, we've got Dak going into this potential contract dispute, all that stuff. I feel like this is bad timing for Dak Prescott to be walking around in a boot, but do I think this is ultimately going to be a major issue? Probably not. So, I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it, and we'll see how things progress. Let me know in the chat if you guys are worried about our boy Dak or not. All right, finally, a full lobby. There we go. Let's draft a team. Draft should be starting in less than 1 minute. I am at the 1.4. 1.5. I'm sorry. Okay, I can get a player in a blue jersey at the 1-5 and get Amon-Ra St. Brown? Probably. Maybe. We shall see. I don't. I kind of want to draft a team with just red, white, and blue jerseys. Let's see it. Wait, at pick 20. I feel like green should count too for like the military. Right? I picked 20. I could go Mike Evans. I don't know, or maybe I'll just draft a team. But like I've taken plenty of Amon-Ra at the 1-5, so like that doesn't really feel like too big of an issue here. We've taken plenty of JJ. We've taken plenty of Chase. We've even gotten Tyreek Hill at the 1-5. And looking at exposure, I do feel like Amon-Ra's got to be up there for me. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's always late round guys. But Amon-Ra's at 23.8. So Demarcus Robinson is literally my most drafted player in all of fantasy, or in all of Underdog. Then Demario Douglas. Now just going back to just wide receivers. Demario Douglas, Hollywood Brown, Romeo Doubs, Rashad Bateman, Christian Watson, Odell Beckham. And so many drafts with Odell Beckham. Rashee Rice, Cortland Sutton, Jahan Dotson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Deontay Johnson, DJ Chark. And that would end that tier before we get to Nico Collins, Ricky Pearsall, Christian Kirk, Tyreek Hill, Devonta Smith, DJ Moore. So Amon-Ra, in terms of first-round players, the player I had the most exposure to at wide receiver, Tyreek Hill, number 2. And then JJ's number 3. CeeDee Lamb, number 4. Lamb is just one of those guys you kind of have to be at the 1.2 unless you want to take him at the 1.1, which is fine. And then Chase would be last in terms of that top tier wide receivers. In terms of running back, C-Max at 14.3. I have drafted from the 1.1 quite a bit. KR is in the chat. What's going on, man? Happy 4th of July to you. J-Dubs, what's going on, man? Happy 4th of July to you as well. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. J-Dubs, sorry you didn't get in, man. I hopped in pretty quickly. I was a couple minutes late to the stream, and it's late and everything. And so I was trying to get going pretty quickly here. But yeah, I think I'm really gonna try and draft a team of all red, white, and blue jerseys. Then I think green can count. Any other colors you think should count? And we can go like off blue, off red. Like I guess the Dolphins could count. Like I feel like saying white jersey is kind of cheating because there's a couple teams who have like away white jerseys. Like we could draft Vikings players, which I feel like that's cheating. But it's been a weird first 2 rounds. I don't mind seeing Saquon at the 111 though. Like getting JT at the 2.2, I like that start actually. But yeah. First round, not too crazy. We just see Barkley there instead of like Gibbs. Sometimes you see Marvin Harrison Jr. there. Sometimes you might see JT. I don't mind seeing Barkley there, though. I've talked about this quite a bit. I'm drafting Brandon Ayuk. He's going to stay a Niner. He gets a red jersey. But yeah, so Gibbs and JT start the second round. Then in terms of the third round, Marvin Harrison Jr., Debo, Drake London, Chris Olave, Nico Collins. I mean, ADP is just a little bit switched here, but nothing too crazy. All right, so Adams, Waddle gone at pick 29. I don't know how often I've drafted from the 1.5, but I feel like I have a couple times. I definitely have. Jada's only drafting red, white, and blue jerseys. Does DJ Moore count? The Bears kind of have that like weird off blue. I'm drafting a team for America. I mean, in the third round, I picked 29. I do like DJ Moore, though. For sure. So DJ Moore exposure right now is at 19. The same tier as Nico Collins, Ricky Pearsall, Christian Kirk, Tyreek Hill, Devonta Smith, DJ Moore. So that's pretty solid. Detroit counts? I guess they do. Oh, he plays Detroit. That's cheating. Wait, what do you mean? Get DJ Moore next round. Play Chicago week 16. He's on Chicago. All right, so I'm going to go Michael Pittman. Blue jersey. Shane, sorry you missed it, man. And to be clear, I do like Michael Pittman a lot this year, but I like Devonta Smith and DJ Moore. No pun intended, more. But red, white, and blue jerseys. Shane, I'm in the Chihuahua. We got new tournaments. We've got the Pitbull, which is a $20 entry. You can do a 10 entry max. Chihuahua 3, I didn't see this. It's a 4 entry max. So you might as well enter 4 of them. They're just a $4 entry. And it's got a 15-second, 30-second, or 8-hour clock. It's at a 72.3 fill rate. J-Dub says he already maxed Chihuahua. Yeah. You might as well enter, like, if you don't think you can do all your drafts right away, just enter, like, 2 slow drafts. Shane, I probably won't have time to do a second draft tonight. Generally, I don't even stream on Thursday nights. But it was a holiday, so I felt inclined. All right, third round wrapping up. Also, I got on a bit later. My whole day was just kind of pushed back. I'm actually surprised most of you guys made it out for the stream. I thought it'd be a slower stream. Glad you guys are out here, though. Pitbull draft incoming, at least for me. Yeah, I actually do want to enter a couple Pitbulls as well. Next week, I'm going to have some family in town, so I'm not going to stream as much. So I actually want to get in a couple extra entries this week. All right, 2 quarterbacks gone here in the 4th. Laporta's gone in the 3rd. We're looking at pick 44. I'd like to get my RB1 in Isaiah Pacheco. Red jersey. There goes Lamar. All right. We got to get Pacheco here. Come on, my screen name. Nice. There we go. Shane, fireworks just ended for me. I was kind of over the fireworks tonight, I'm not going to lie. So, usually on like a Thursday night, I'll go to the gym once my daughter's asleep. and the fair where I live just opened yesterday. The fair is like less than a mile from my gym, and I have a 24/7 pass to my gym. And I forgot that, especially on the 4th of July, you're going to have all these people coming in the gym parking lot to park because of the fireworks. And then all these people parking there when they're not supposed to be because of the fair. And when I left the gym, it was like leaving like a concert or something. Like, I mean, the gym parking lot was like insanely packed. So I got to watch fireworks while I was at the gym, right? But then when I walked out the gym, I was like, oh my gosh. Because I go to a YMCA, so it's a really big parking lot, you know what I mean? And then I'm just like stuck in this parking lot trying to get out. There's like no one directing traffic there because no one's supposed to even be in this parking lot, but it's like it was so stacked. It was ridiculous. Everyone's like getting angry. It was like the worst 4th of July event I could have accidentally put myself in, right? Anyways, the whole way home I saw fireworks. And when I got home, like I can see fireworks from the house and everything. So I was just over it. J-Dub says go Calvin Ridley here. I also like Dalton Kincaid here. But I'm going to reach for a running back in a red jersey and go Rashad White, baby. I do like the Calvin Ridley pick. And initially I was going to go Dalton Kincaid there. But give me 2 red jersey running backs, 2 blue jersey wide receivers, and 1 red jersey wide receivers. This might be the dumbest team we ever draft, but I do like I'm fine with Calvin Ridley there. I'm fine with Dalton Kincaid there. Shane says I'm going to do a couple drafts tonight. I would love to. It's already pretty late for me. Almost 1 o'clock. Rock out. Good to see you, man. What's up, dude? My night is good. Hope you had a great holiday. Hope you were doing fantastic. All right. So kind of a mixed round there. A couple running backs, a couple tight ends, a couple wide receivers. We took the only running back in round 4. Heavy quarterback round with Hurts, Allen, Jackson, and Mahomes gone. Just 1 tight end and a couple wide receivers. So, I feel like at quarterback, I am interested to see if Dak Prescott starts to fall in drafts a little bit. I'm interested to see if Kyler Murray falls. Well, he won't really be falling, but right now quarterbacks are going a little bit behind ADP. But I'd like to get Kyler at pick 77 if he's there. Kyle Pitts falls out here, I'll take Kyle Pitts. We only have so many tight ends we can really target. So I got to be smart about this. Not that this draft is entirely smart to start with, but we got 2 running backs. We got 3 wide receivers. Like I'm kind of in an okay position here. But I might take another wide receiver. I'd like to get Rashee Rice, quite frankly. I can take Deontay Johnson, too. I'm literally just queuing up red, white, and blue jersey players. So we've got them stashed. But I will take Kyle Pitts here if he's here. Terry, what's going on, man? Good to see you. I'll get to your question in just 1 second. I just want to make these 2 draft picks. All right, so Pitts is gone. All right, I'll just go Rashee Rice. And then I think I'll take Deontay Johnson if he's there at 77, but he might not be there. Might go Monty. I could go JSN. We said the Seahawks and the Dolphins will count. I might go Kyler Murray. Because see, like, I'd have to reach for Jake Ferguson at pick 77. Tight end might be interesting. We're like, what is Dalton Schultz ADP? 129. I might just reach for him at 125. could have gone Kittle. I'm trying to only draft a team of red, white, and blue jerseys. And green is like our off green, off blue counts. I know it's not America's team without Cowboys. We really need Dak Prescott. We have picked 90. I might as well just take old broken toe Dak Prescott, whatever it is, sprained foot. Trade Ridley and Swift to acquire Mike Evans. Current team, Hawk Tua. No, don't say that. DK Higgins. JT Gibbs and Joku A-Chain. Pickens, Monty, Swift, Singletary, Ridley, Hawkinson. I mean, 2 players on your bench there. We can go Jacksonville. We can go Evan Ingram here if we want. I'm just going to go JSN. That sets us up with a pretty nice wide receiver room. Seahawks count, right? Yeah, they have those like super off blue jerseys. They definitely count. Yeah. They count. So Terry, I mean, you're looking at trading 2 bench players essentially here. I mean, you got DK Higgins. This is a team where you're flexing A-Chain, though. So Ridley and Swift are both valuable players to you. Is this a dynasty team? Is this dynasty or I'm assuming it's dynasty, right? Because you still kind of have a short leash on Mike Evans. It's a redraft team. Okay. So let's just say you don't have Swift. You don't have Ridley. Then Pickens and Monty are your kind of bench players. I mean, I think you tier up from Ridley to Evans pretty significantly. If this comes down to if you like Evans enough, I mean, I think the trade is fine. I think it's a fair trade. I don't think it hurts you too much. But I do think there's good value in both Ridley and Swift at the moment. So I'm okay with the trade. All right, sorry. Taking a quick look at my queue. Rock out. First 2 picks are Nakua and Barkley. I would love that start. I'm feeling fantastic about Barkley. Get Fergie and Dak. Yeah, I could have gone Fergie there. I don't know. The quarterback's a little against ADP right now. But I literally might just take Dak Prescott because this is America's team we're drafting. And I feel like we need Dak Prescott. Even if he's walking around the beach in a boot. But yeah, Fergie over JSN would have been. I just, as much as I like Rashee Rice and I like the value on him, I always kind of like getting a close value in wide receiver right after. I don't think James Conner's going to fall, but I would have liked Conner right here too. I kind of just want to draft Jaden Daniels just because I don't really have a lot of shares of him. So at 125, dude, I have to draft Zeke on this team. Like it is a must that Zeke is on the squad. Because really, I need to go running back. Oh, crap, dude, I'm in a bad spot here. This is a stressful draft. I still don't have a tight end, but there's some late round tight ends and red and blue jerseys. We still haven't gone to a green jersey, so like I feel pretty accomplished from that. But this next pick is either Jaden Daniels or Tony Pollard. Unless I want to go a little bit against ADP and get like Brian Robinson Jr. This is a stressful draft. Terry, I'll get to your second question just a moment here. I think that first trade is fine. It just like it comes down to your own personal conviction because I think Ridley is actually gonna have a pretty decent year. I think Tennessee's offense. Some of you guys are high on that like feels like I don't want to say slept on, but I have mentioned this throughout the offseason. Like they made a lot of different moves. Oh man, there goes Tony Pollard throughout the offseason and just not really getting a lot of chatter. And they might be a surprising team. And Ridley, like while he was disappointing, especially based on his ADP last year, at the end of the day, dang, there goes Jaden Daniels. We're getting sniped. Really wasn't that bad, right? Purdy's gone. No. And you guys know I'm all over Swift, so. Dude, I literally was looking at Connor, Pollard, Daniels, and this quarterbacks tonight. All right. It's a tough pick. But I'm going to go a little against ADP, and I'm going to go Brian Robinson. All right, second trade question. Trade away Higgins to acquire Devonta Smith. You got Hurts, Brown, Higgins, Barkley, A-Chain, Freiermuth, Stevenson, Hollywood, Terry, Swift, Gus, Ford, Watson, Sutton on the bench. Would that be too many Eagles? No, I don't think so. I mean, I think the Eagles' offense is going to be just fine this year. So, if you want to stay diversified and you feel better about that, then stick with the team that you got. If you like the Eagles' offense this year, then go ahead and get Devonta Smith. I mean, I, at the moment, feel slightly better about Devonta Smith, but at the same time, I'm not really worried, about Higgins. You know, if he ends up on a different team, I don't think he's really going to have a down year or anything. If he does not end up on a different team, I think he's going to be just fine. Even if the contract is looming over him, all that stuff, I think he's going to be perfectly fine. So I would say I personally like Devonta Smith a little bit more, but it is kind of one of those situations where if you have Hurts, you have Brown, and you have Devonta Smith, Eagles have a down week, you're not going to feel great. But yeah, do I think the Eagles' offense is going to be what it was 2 seasons ago? No. But do I like the Eagles' offense this year? Absolutely. All right. This has been a weird draft. It's been really heavy at quarterback and really heavy at tight end. So ADP on both positions are kind of all over the place. Especially with Tua just going. I mean, we're at pick 112. The top-rated quarterback's Jared Goff, whose ADP is 126. And top available tight end is Dalton Schultz, whose ADP is 129. And I want Dalton Schultz on this team. I was hoping to get Dalton Schultz at 125. And the teams in front of me all just have, one has no tight end, and the rest have just one. So give me my boy, blue jersey. Let's take him. I wanted to go back-to-back running back here, but it's just not going to happen. I have to get Zeke, okay? I've never wanted Zeke so badly on a team. But, there's some good players that we can take here based on our strat of red, white, and blue jerseys. Blake Corum, Brandon Cooks, Zeke. Jared Goff, Austin Eckler. There goes Brandon Cooks. And honestly, Cooks would have been like a smarter pick to try and get that stack. But, oh well. This has got to be one of the most ridiculous teams I've drafted in a long time. But yeah, I mean, there goes Benson, Cooks, Corum, all good values here in the 10th. So his next pick is going to be Zeke, Austin Eckler, or Jared Goff. And frankly, at this point in the draft, I like Gus Edwards and Jerome Ford more than Ezekiel Elliott. And I've liked Austin Eckler all throughout the offseason. And I still like, oh no, Zeke's gone. We are just getting sniped out here. Dude, I really wanted Zeke on this team. Like, aggressively wanted to draft Ezekiel Elliott. We only got one Cowboy on the squad. I mean, we got an ex-Cowboy in Dalton Schultz. Despicable. Just despicable. All right, so I guess I'm going Austin Eckler. All right, go Commanders. We got that backfield locked up. Could have gone Jared Goff as well. I'm going to see if Stafford falls out. If not, I'm just going to go like Baker, Geno, Will Levis, Bryce Young. I mean, Daniel Jones, Drake May. We got a lot of blue jersey quarterbacks here at the end. Mr. Bakes-a-Lot's in the house. Good to see you, man. Happy 4th of July. How you been? Rockout says JD5 is my guy. Yeah, I haven't been in a lot of positions to draft him. But I am a fan. And I am literally a Washington fan. All right, throwing together my queue. Ignoring all players. We haven't even... There's a lot of teams that have blue jerseys, but we haven't even had to... We've only drafted red, white, or blue jerseys. I want to try and draft Ben Sinnott too. Ben Sinnott's going to be my tight end too. Team so far from Rockout is Hurts, Barkley, Jacobs, Puka, McLaurin, Reed. Good start. I do think we'll see some dump-offs from Hurts to Barkley and design plays that turn into touchdowns. Appreciate that, Mr. Bakes a lot. Almost that time of year, man. Almost August. Before you know it, it'll be September. It's going to be a great season. This is a stressful draft. All right. Round 12, here we come. Josh Downs is gone. That's one blue jersey down, boys and girls. All right, all red, white, and blue jerseys. Dak Prescott, Isaiah Pacheco, Rashad White, Brian Robinson Jr., Austin Eckler, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brandon Ayuk, Michael Pittman, Rashee Rice, JSN, Dalton Schultz. It's a good team. No stacks, but it's a good team. Don't have to have stacks, although it's good, smart. Here goes Dotson. Dang it, we've been getting sniped out here too. Got sniped on Deontay, on Monty, on Kyler. We're just entire tiers are getting taken from me. Pollard, Daniels, Purdy, Zeke, Corum, Cooks. James Conner got taken from us. Fergie, J-Mo got taken a little early. Been a heavy quarterback draft as well. Goff is still on the board at this time. And I'm kind of tempted to just take Goff, especially being that we have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah. I do like Ricky Pearsall here a lot, though. But being that Dak has an amputated foot and we have Amon-Ra St. Brown, give me Goff. Okay, so I need another running back. And I might just be done at quarterback. Yeah, if anything at quarterback, I'll see if Baker falls. And if not, I'll just take Geno Smith. I don't know. Like Baker, Geno, Will Levis, Bryce Young are all fine as QB3s if we really want a QB3. Maybe I'll go Adam Thielen with this next pick. Running back is about to be disgusting. There's nobody at running back that we can take. There's no one in a red, white, or blue jersey. There's probably someone in a white jersey, but I don't want to count that. We said green would count, and I'm kind of in a spot where I feel like I need to take Luke Musgrave. You know what? I'm going to take Darnell Mooney. I don't want to go off. I don't want to take a green jersey. Even though I think Musgrave's the best player. There he goes. On a team with Jordan Love and Jaden Reed and Christian Watson. He's probably so happy. I'm going to snipe the crap out of that guy. This is what the 4th of July is all about. I guess. But I think Ben Sinnott will be available at 164. So I'll just take him. That was my thinking. Okay dokie. So at 164, well, see, I have 164 and 173. Ben Sinnott's ADP is 173, but it's been kind of a heavy tight end draft. I do want to get Demarcus Robinson on this team. I'm probably going to draft I still got to draft another running back. I might go Chuba Hubbard this next pick. This is a tough spot to be in. I don't know if Ben Sinnott's going to make it back. So I might be looking at Chicken Conquo. All red, white, and blue jerseys. I've stuck to the plan here. I've never been prouder of a team. But we still got a couple rounds left. This has been a good draft too. Like people are going against ADP, getting some of these names of players that I'd like to. There goes Demario Douglas at 14.2. There goes Stafford. I'd like to get Chuba Hubbard this next pick. Would make me actually feel pretty good. And then I'd like to get Demarcus Robinson at 173, but man, his ADP's been super shaky lately. This guy could definitely use Chuba Hubbard too. He is goes Ray Davis. Shout out J Dubs. Rockout says just got JSN. Nice. I'm a little JSN squad over here as well. Dude, I do kind of want Baker on this team, though. Oh, see, like, I knew Ben Sinnott wasn't going to last. It was Gino. Man, I just have no luck tonight. All right, Kate Otten, Chicken Conquo, Jatavion Sanders, Dawson Knox. We'll be okay at tight end. Noah Fant, too. So this next pick, Baker Mayfield, Randall Robinson, or DeMarcus Robinson. I mean, Baker Mayfield feels like the most 4th of July pick possible. But the pick that makes sense is DeMarcus Robinson. And this is actually like a pretty solid squad. Easy 3, what's up, my guy? When did Henry get drafted? Probably in the second or third, I was going to say. There goes, Henry at the 3.2. Aggressive wide receiver round there in the second after Gibbs and JT went. You'll see Henry anywhere from, like, literally sometimes the 210 all the way to like the 3.5. His ADP's all over the place. Who'll be the top wide receiver for the Chargers? I actually think there's a pretty solid argument that we're going to see it be Josh Palmer. I do think Ladd McConkey is the best wide receiver, but he's going to be playing in the slot. I think as the season goes on, it'll probably be Ladd, but I think Josh Palmer is actually going to be the guy in the red zone who gets the most targets. And I think Quentin Johnston's going to suck. And actually, I think DJ Chark's going to not be great by any means, but I think DJ Chark's going to show up at times unexpectedly. All right, give me DeMarcus Robinson. I'm sorry, Baker. Who has Mike Evans? Yeah. I'm sorry, Baker. But yeah, I think Josh Palmer, when did Palmer get drafted? At the 10-5? Yeah, like I understand. I think in like full PPR for sure, in Dynasty, like Ladd McConkey, like, yeah. I think overall McConkey might be the best receiver, if that makes sense. But I really do feel like in the red zone, Josh Palmer is going to be the guy. And I'm just not in on Quentin Johnston, man. I'm not there. So, I don't know. It's kind of tough to say, man. In terms of ADP and value, I'd probably go for Josh Palmer, though. Who is the tight end for the Chargers? Donald Parham. 4 touchdowns last year. I mean, obviously, we're expecting them to be run heavy, but we might be wrong about that. All right, so we got to go Chicken Conquo at 188. Dude, I'm not going to lie. I love this squad right now. Dude, if I might just draft Daniel Jones just for the laughs. I feel like that's a very American pick. But I don't know why I would do that. We have Prescott and we have Jared Goff. Should be good. Thoughts on A.D. Mitchell? I mean, I like A.D. Mitchell enough, but he's not really a rookie wide receiver I've seen myself drafting a lot of. Goes at the 11.2 tonight. I like Ricky Pearsall's potential upside more, but I don't know. I'm high on Pittman for sure. It's just hard to say. I think because I still like Josh Downs, but I think AD Mitchell, kind of similar to Josh Palmer. I think AD Mitchell will get red zone looks. He will kind of be like that big play guy, while the consistency will come from Michael Pittman. And Pittman's a wide receiver you want. And the Josh Downs, yeah, kind of gonna probably be in the slot. I do like AD Mitchell, but I, for whatever reason, I don't feel as like solidified on him as some other potential rookies going in that range. Like, do I think AD Mitchell's gonna because there are some people out there who think Mitchell's gonna step in and just be like a straight up wide receiver one essentially, and I'm not quite there. I think Pittman and Downs are still the wide receiver one, wide receiver two. But I think as the season goes on, we could see Mitchell really come into a much larger role for sure. And like I said, red zone wise, I think Mitchell could end up being a huge factor, which is a good, of course, good for fantasy. So. All right, so I can either go Dameon Pierce or take a crappy wide receiver. Let's just go Dameon Pierce. Just kind of weird. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 running backs. This is going to be a 2 quarterback, 2 tight end build with 6 running backs. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 8 wide receivers unless I go with a 3rd tight end. I might just take Khalif Raymond in the draft. Go in on some more Detroit players. Drake May feels like a pretty 4th of July pick. I might just pick Mac Jones just for the 4th of July. Drew Lock. Wait, Johnny Football. That's Johnny Manziel, right? Wait, why is this so like weird to me? If you scroll down under quarterbacks, I can't. It just says Johnny Football. I really just want to make this my final pick. It's Johnny Football. It's got to be Johnny Manziel, right? Love Stars, what's going on? You drafted much Javonte Williams? Yeah, I do like Javonte Williams at his ADP a lot. I think he's actually going to have a pretty solid year. I do think there's a potential that he's not a workhorse running back, just because Sean Payton's a weirdo. But, we're getting these rumors like Jaleel McLaughlin, Audric Estime are going to be like involved in everything. 3-way split, because we kind of got a 3-way split last year between McLaughlin, Williams, and Pirine, but at the end of the day, the most valuable fantasy running back was still Javonte Williams, and I think he's going to be the most valuable on that team again this year. So an Underdog, in terms of exposure, he's in my 1, 2, 3, 4th tier. Jerome Ford, Javonte Williams, Dameon Pierce. So sitting at 19% drafted. Chargers or blue jerseys? I'm drafting DJ Chark. Gus Edwards, Derrick Henry, DeAndre Swift, Pacheco, Monty, Mostert, Barkley, Ford, Javonte, Pierce, Mixon, Eckler, Connor, C-Mac, Etienne. Those are my most drafted running backs. The next tier, at 9.5. There's quite a few: Walker, White, Kyron, Pollard, Dobbins, Cook, Corum. But yeah, I do like Javonte. Plus, for a lot of people, um, that a lot of players that second year back from that injury, much better than the first. Is Derrick Henry still top 10? I think so. I think Henry's going to have a fantastic season. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like if we're looking at C-Mac, Bijan Hall, Barkley, Gibbs, JT, Henry, Aching, Kyron, ETN. I do think there's players like Pacheco, White, Cook, who can creep into that top 10 too. But yeah, like he's right now, people are definitely drafting him as a top 10. And I think Gus Edwards scored 13 rushing touchdowns last year. I lost this team. So really just no reason why Derrick Henry can't just feast in that offense this year. Oh, wait. How did I rename my squad? Well, I want to rename this team. I want to rename it America's team. All right, red, white, and blue jerseys. Dak Prescott, Jared Goff, Pacheco, Rashad White, Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler, Chuba Hubbard, Dameon Pierce. We have a lot of Week 11 and Week 14 buys, but oh well. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brandon Ayuk, Michael Pittman, Rashee Rice, JSN, Darnell Mooney, Demarcus Robinson, DJ Chark, Dalton Schultz, Chicken Conco. We did it. That's America's team right there. Probably should have got more Cowboys, but we got the leader of the pack. We got Dak. We didn't even, the rules were we could go green jerseys and off green too. We only went red, white, and blue, and I guess some off blue, like Chargers, Rams. Rams also have a white jersey. But I don't know. I think this is actually a pretty decent squad. We're a little heavy. I usually don't draft this many running backs. But I like this team. I think it's an okay draft tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I do have to go ahead and skedaddle. It's late for me. I got a long day tomorrow. So thank you guys for hanging out. Happy 4th of July to all you guys. Hope you guys all had a great holiday. And I will be back on some point by the weekend. And we'll talk soon. If you guys are new to the channel, Discord's down below, free to join. Make sure you guys join so you guys know when we're going live and we're hopping in Underdog drafts to get our PPR mock draft invites. We'll have content coming out the next couple days. Hit the like button. Love you guys, man. Love this community. Love the Catch fam. Happy 4th of July once again. Talk to you guys soon. Great draft tonight. There's America's team. Red, white, and blue jerseys only. With that, I will say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on the Catch.